A pleasant Friday to everyone. It's the first month end of the year, January 29, 2021. Sa Monday po, start of another month. I am a retired bank officer and former chief compliance officer of a bank in the Philippines. My interest in the Philippine stock market dates back in the year 2007 when I started investing in UITFs. I have been doing this daily stock market report since August of last year. If you like the content, I invite you to subscribe to my channel, like or comment. And to all our subscribers, maraming salamat po sa inyong pagtitiwala at pagtangkilik. Ito po si Benji Chadoro. Please join me as we have news on the Philippine economy, ang resulta ng trading sa PSE. Lahat ng yan dito lamang sa Thank God It's a Friday edition ng The Stock Market Today. Our news comes from Business World. Philippine GDP shrinks by a record 9.5% in 2020. The Philippine economy suffered its worst annual contraction on record in 2020, even after gross domestic product or GDP shrank by a slower pace in the fourth quarter, the Statistics Agency said on Thursday. Preliminary Philippine Statistics Authority data showed the country's GDP contracted by 8.3% in the fourth quarter, a reversal of the 6.7% growth in the fourth quarter of 2019. However, this was better than the revised 11.4% in the third quarter and a record negative 16.9% in the second quarter. Okay, may I share with you the screenshot of the Business World's chart on the Philippine economy. In the years 1983 to 1986, nag-shrink yung ating economy to a negative 7 and 6.9%, 1984 to 1985. That was in the waning years of the Marcos regime. And when the new government took over in 1986, February, it rose to 3.5%. There was also a shrinking of our economy during 1992. It was at negative 0.4%. And another one in 1998 at 0.05%. Ito yung Asian financial crisis. Now, the last time it shrunk, that was the last time it shrunk in negative levels. Now, in 2020, it shrunk further to 9.5, a negative 9.5. And this is the lowest since 1984 to the 1985 level. Okay, can you see that? So, yan, ano? Yung ating Philippine economy suffered its worst decline in 2020. Okay, now let's go to the Philippine stock market and how it fared. Okay, so the PSEI further declined today. The index is now at 6612.62, losing 239.22 points or 3.49%. This is the highest drop since December 1. And if we take a look at our indicators, so bearish na yung sentiment. So you see our EMA 20 crossing over the candlesticks, also the EMA 50, and also the EMA 100 about to cross, which further confirms our bearish sentiment. And likewise, the RSI is now at 24.63, which is an indication of an oversold index. If we take a look at the market activity, 133 companies declined, 91 advanced, while 44 remained unchanged. The all-share index also dropped 2.46%, while all the sectoral indices registered a red result, which was led by mining at 4.55%, followed by the holding companies dropping 4.02%. As for the most active stocks, we will review the top 10. These are Acen, Ali, SMPH, APL, BSC, JGS, MBT, SM, AC, and PPI. Now, I'd like to share with you briefly the report of Business World yesterday on the drop of the index yesterday. which was a result of the 2020 GDP contraction of 9.5%. And right now it's still dropping, and it continues to drop. And let's see this Monday if the stock market will recover, particularly the index. Okay, let's start with our most active stocks, Acen. Oops, sorry about that. Hindi ko na switch yung sources, ano. So these are the most active stocks, and this is the PSEI, no? So ito yung dinidescribe ko kanina, yung EMA 20, no? The orange line which crossed over the candlestick, as well the blue line which is the 50-day exponential. So that is the chart of the PSE. And now let's go to the most active stocks. Ito yung market activity na dinidescribe ko kanina, and ito na yung most active stocks. Okay, so let's start with Acen. Okay, Acen recovered today from an opening of 580. It registered a 0.38 point increase, or 6.31%, and there is volume. Yesterday's closing was 6.02. That's a 6.31% increase. And as for Acen, feel ko lang dito is sideways lang ang movement niya. So if we were gonna draw a Darvas box, yan lang siya. So the upper border is 730, while the lower border is 570. And we see our indicators piercing through the candlestick, especially so for the 20-day exponential and the 50-day exponential moving average. So hopefully mag-recover itong si Acen, no? Meron net foreign buying siya at 119.51. Next stock that we will be reviewing will be Ali. Ali had a downward bearish yung kanyang candlestick, ano? And it is a reverse hammer. So yan yung bearish candlestick niya. And ganun din naman, ano, yung ating indicators, yung EMA 20 and EMA 50 crossed over, and it is over the candlesticks. So bearish yung kanyang indication, especially this is confirmed by the RSI at 34.85, which is a bearish sign. So nasa 37.70 siya. Yung ating nearest support, lagay natin yung nearest support natin sa Ali at 37. No, 37 will be the nearest support for Ali, and the nearest resistance will be here at 40. Okay, next let's take a look at SMPH. SMPH also declined. 4.08% decline, or 1.50 points. So napaka baba nito, no? Tingnan natin yung nearest support niya. The nearest support of SMPH rather. Dito natin nilagay sa 34.50. Yan yung nearest support niya. So bearish yung kanyang indication, and RSI is 30.79. Barely oversold. So napakababa nitong SM na ito. When we talk of, pagka sinabi natin bearish, pababa yung prices, ano? Pagka sinabi natin bullish, pataas yung prices. So bearish, ibig sabihin yung action ng bear na it will claw you down. Pero yung bullish, yung action ng bull na sinusungay ka pataas. So yun yung ibig pong sabihin ng bearish and bullish. So nasa 34.50 yung support. Yung kanyang nearest resistance, lagay natin dito sa 37.85. Yan yung nearest resistance ni SMPH. And then APL. Okay, APL had a doji today. Actually, this is an evening star. Pero doji siya. Or looks like a doji. And kung titingnan natin yung structure ng chart, yung ating short-term indicator, the orange line, which is the 20-day exponential moving average, is over the candlestick, meaning it's a sign of a bearish trend. Lagay nga natin si Fibonacci. Ulitin natin yung Fibonacci retracement. Okay, ang retracements niya is yung nearest retracement, which will form our support, would be at 15 centavos, no? And the nearest resistance, the nearest upper retracement, would be at 26.25 centavos. So, malapit na rin, no? Malapit na rin kung ima-manual natin. So, yan, no? Bearish indication yung APL natin. And this is further confirmed by our RSI of 46.74. Okay, BSC. By the way, guys, if you have stocks in mind that you want me to review, please comment on the comment box and I will prioritize them. Okay, BSC naman, slashing through yung ating short-term indicator, no? Yung orange line, which is our 20-day exponential moving average, indicating a sideways movement. And the sideways movement started on January 26. So right now, nag-gain lang siya ng 5% from an opening or for the previous close of 1 peso. 0.05 yung nag-gain niya. So I will place our support at, tingnan natin yung Fibonacci muna. Let's do the Fibonacci. Okay, our support, the nearest retracement here is 66 centavos, while the nearest support, the nearest support is at 66, and the nearest resistance is at 1 peso and 41. No, it's a 1 peso and 18 centavos ang nearest resistance niya based dito sa Fib retracement. So yung kalahati, 0.05 or 50%. No? Okay, Fibonacci kasi is an Italian mathematician who came up with the golden ratio. So, yun po yung ating mga levels. Pero kung i-base natin sa SNR, malapit na rin, no? 1.24, no? Against the Fibonacci of 117. Tama. And support level is at 72. Sa Fib, it's 64. So, malapit na rin. Fairly accurate yung Fibonacci retracement natin. So, sideways ang movement ni BSC. Then, JGS. Okay, si JGS, naku. What happened here? 8.16% ang decline or 5.4. And very pronounced, no? Tingnan mo yung ating EMA20, nasa 70.41. Virtually all our moving averages crossed the candlesticks on JG Summit. Ito, sitting on support siya. Actually, that's the support level, 60.70. And the next support level after that would be here at 56.75. So, bearish yung kanyang movement. And the RSI is oversold already at 23. An RSI of 30 and below is oversold, while an RSI of 70 and above is overbought. So oversold meaning anytime there may be a trend reversal because the prices closed lower in the past 14 days. So it is an indication that sometime soon the trend may change. So bearish yung movement ni JGS. Then MBT. Okay, MBT. Ganun din, no? Bearish din siya. Red candlestick siya ngayon. Ended at 45, lost 1 point or 1.00. Yung RSI din natin is at 40. So kung yung ating support level is currently at, lagay natin sa 45. Yung ating support level. 45.05 or 45. So it's sitting at support, and the next level that it may test, the support level will be at 43. Okay, so that's for Metrobank. Then SM. Historically, guys, kasi Friday is a profit-taking day in the PSE. But this is quite unusual because halos lahat ng mga index stocks are down, ano? Okay, ganun din si SM, ano? Actually, yung mga index stocks, mahuhusay na stocks siya, ano? Tingnan natin itong SM, bearish din siya, no? As because of our short-term indicators crossing through the candlesticks, except for the EMA 100. So, ang support level, the nearest support level that I would place is here, 970. Yung nearest support level ni SM. And after that, the nearest support would be here at 934. So bearish sentiment siya, and the RSI is also bearish at 34.6. And then Ayala Corporation. Ngayon kasi is a time to buy the stocks, ano? Because very cheap yung levels niya. And siguro pina-price in pa niya yung negative GDP natin, ano? So hindi pa siya fully naka-price in, pero hopefully ngayon na-price in na niya. So again, itong Ayala Corporation is bearish. So kung titingnan natin, ito yung indication niya na yung EMA 50 and EMA 100 cross the candlestick, and nagkaroon siya ng crossover here. Yan yung cross na yan, meaning that there is definitely a downtrend in the stock. Also, the EMA 100 crossed over the candlestick, and eventually this may cross over the 50 and the 100, no, the 50 and the 20-day exponential moving average. That would indicate a bearish trend. Okay, so that's Ayala Corporation. Tingnan natin yung nasaan yung nearest support level niya. The nearest support level, nandito siya sa 742. Yung nearest support level ni Ayala Corporation. When I talk of support and resistance, these are not exact points, but these are areas. Okay, our last stock will be BPI. Okay, BPI. It appears to be moving sideways, pero engulfing yung candlestick ngayon eh. Since this is over and this is the blue line, which is our medium-term indicator, is piercing through, I would say that the stock is moving sideways to bearish. So if we will do a Darvas box, dito siya, yung support and resistance niya is nandito. Okay? Nandyan siya. With the upper level, which is our resistance at 87, and the lower level at 79.15, which is our support. So abangan pa natin sa Monday kung another red candlestick yan at mas mababa dito sa 79.45 or 79.15, then pababa nga yung stock natin. However, if you see another green candlestick or another red candlestick pero kapantay lamang nitong past 4 days, then nagsa-sideways movement lang siya. Yan po ang ating stock market report today, Friday, the 29th day of January 2021. Ito po si Benji Chadoro, nagpapaalala, an investment in knowledge pays the best interest. See you again in our next episode, and happy weekend!